Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryechu Sarvada. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री मेधा दक्षिणामूर्ति स्वामिने नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम सच्चिदानंद रूपाय कृष्णाय कृष्णकारिणे नमो वेदांत वेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वलोकहिते रतं वेदाब्ज भास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं सहस्रमूर्ते पुरुषोत्तमस्य सहस्रनेत्राननपादबाहोः सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तं निरुच्यते जन्मजराधिशान्त्यै। Namaste once again everyone.
Namaskaram Guruji.
Namaste Guruji. Namaste.
So Suvarna Varna Hemalyo Varangas Chandanangadi Viraha Vishamashunyo Kridashi Lakalaschalaha. So the last class, the last nama we saw was Vishamaha. Vigataha Samaha. The one who has no Sama, no equal. That is Bhagavan, the one and the only one. The next nama is Shunyaha. Shunyaha normally means zero. But here, Shunyaha means the one who is free from all attributes. Sarva Vishesha Rahitatvat Shunyatvat Shunyaha. So, the qualities, the attributes of people. Suppose somebody has got a good quality. We can say that he is a Vishesha Gunavan. He has got this special quality. Even though he may be suffering from so many other limitations. But still, we will say, with respect to this particular quality, he is a Vishesha Gunavan. But in the case of Bhagavan, he is free from any limitation. And therefore, there is no need for any Vishesha Guna to distinguish him. That's why in case of human beings, we require to distinguish persons by these Vishesha Guna. We can say, oh, that person has got a lot of, limitations, but he is a very good singer. He has a very good knowledge of Carnatic music. So we identify people amongst humans by the Vishesha Guna that they have got. Whereas in the case of Bhagavan, since he is free from all limitations, he needs no Vishesha Guna to distinguish Bhagavan. Even though we may say Kodanda Rama, identifying Bhagavan Rama with the Kodanda, all that we say, but in his swarupa, in his very nature, he is gunatitaha, beyond all three gunas. Therefore, he is shunya, free from attributes. But at the same time, when we actually see Bhagavan through Maya, he becomes Ananta Kalyana Gunasampannaha, endowed with countless auspicious attributes. Why does that happen? Because all the auspicious attributes of Bhagavan are inspiration for us to develop those attributes. And that's why, on the one hand, he is Shunyaha in his Swarupa form, and in his Ishvara form, Maya Sahita Brahman, he is Ananta Kalyana Gunasampanna. So, being essentially free from any attribute, he is as though Shunya, as though void, as though devoid of any attributes. Then next is Gridashihi. Ashihi. Ashihi here means request. Gridashihi, the one who has no request. Grita hai, Vigalita hai, Ashisha hai, Prarthana hai, Asyeti Gritashihi. He is Gritashi, one from whom all Ashisha, all requests, all prayers are gone. Because we as human beings have a sense of lack, sense of limitation. We have various requests and prayers which have to be fulfilled. And this we do in order to get rid of that sense of lack. But Bhagavan has no prarthana or prayer because, firstly, there is no one to whom he can pray. And secondly, being ever fulfilled, he has no request or needs to pray for. He is Purna. It is our Apurnatvam which makes us pray, makes us request to Bhagavan. And when as Bhagavan is Purna, there is no question of his praying to somebody or he's making some request to somebody. So he is Gridashihi. Then the next nama is Achalaha. Achalaha means the one who does not move. Na swarupatvat, na samartyat, na cha yanadikat, gunat chalanam vidyate asyeti achalaha. He is Achala, never moving from his swarupa or nature. Emotionally, if at all we can call it that, he is always Ananda Swarupa. Knowledge-wise, there is never a loss of knowledge. Samarthya, skill-wise, power-wise, there is no loss. He is Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvajnaha. So being all pervasive, Bhagavan in his Swarupa form cannot move anywhere. So he is Achalaha. He has nowhere to move because he pervades everything. A movement space is required. Even the space which is there is pervaded by Bhagavan. So he is Achalaha. But at the same time, he is Chalaha, the one who moves. Vayu rupena chalati iti chalaha. So even though he is essentially Achala, he is also Chala who keeps moving. He moves in the form of the wind. He keeps moving all the time. Again, in the form of the universe also, he moves because the whole universe is continuously moving. So from the point of view of his manifestations, Bhagavan is Chalaha, whereas from the standpoint of his Swarupa, he is Achalaha. So that completes that sloka. Amani manadho manyo lokaswami trilokadrik sumedha medajo dhanyah satya medha dhara dhara. So again, this nama has got 10 namas. This sloka has got 10 namas. Amani manadaha manyah lokaswami trilokadrik Sumedah, Medajah, Dhanyah, Satya Medah, Dharadharah. Amani, the one without any pride. Anatma Vastushu, Atma Bhimanaha, Nasti, Anya Swachha Samvedana Kriteriti Amani. Amanitvam is one of the most important quality a spiritual seeker needs to develop. Bhagavan Krishna in the Gita talks about 20 qualities. Starts with Amanitvam Madam Ditvam Ahimsa Kshanti Rajjavam. So like that, the slokas says he lists 20 qualities which a mumukshu, a seeker, a spiritual seeker has to develop. This body mind sense complex, which is anatma, is taken as atma. And then what happened? There is abhimana, identification with that body mind complex. This is the problem of all of us, all samsaras. This identification, this abhimana is called mana. And this leads to a pride, a notion of self-importance. Of course, that may be based upon one's accomplishments or possessions like wealth, knowledge, power, etc. There are people who have nothing, but still they have got pride, they have got this abhiman. Mainly because all these things which we talk about, accomplishments and all, are relating to the body mind sense complex. Since I mistakenly take myself to be the body mind sense complex, this amanitvam is lost. Manitvam comes up, pride comes up. And that leads to what? That leads to a feeling that one deserves worship and respect, and based on that, there is a demand for respect. We have seen this very often, isn't it? In our circle of relatives. Oh, I went to that marriage. I was treated disrespectfully. Nobody even asked me, welcomed me. Is this the way you conduct a marriage? And Pujya Swamiji says, such an attitude demanding self-respect that actually is based upon one's own low self-esteem And as I said, one who has got this kind of an attitude is called a mani. And since Bhagavan does not have this abhimana, he is amani. So being of the nature of pure consciousness, Bhagavan has got no self-ignorance. And therefore, there is no question of Bhagavan, even when combined with Maya, having any abhimana with his body, mind, sense. So he is amani. Further, Bhagavan is always with Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is the power of Maya. And that's why we call one of the forms is Lakshmi Narayana. So when he is with Lakshmi, everything belongs to him only. Therefore, he never has any doubt about his esteem or a want to be respected and worshipped by others. We worship Bhagavan because we want something which Bhagavan possesses. Bhagavan has got everything, so he doesn't need. We just now saw Dhritashihi. Therefore, he is Amani. And as I said in the beginning, Amanitvam is a qualification necessary for gaining the knowledge of Ishvara. As long as that pride is there, as long as that humility is missing, one cannot gain the knowledge of Ishvara. That pride will act as the biggest obstacle in gaining knowledge of Ishvara. Therefore, when we invoke Ishvara as Amani, what it means is that we need to develop that Amanitvam ourselves. So if one wants to gain the knowledge of Ishvara, one should appreciate the fact that all pride belongs to Ishvara alone. Because why? All glory belongs to only him. Therefore, one develops Amanitvam by removing the sense of demanding respect from others. And as I said, this demand for respect arises from a low self-esteem, a sense, a hurt of the ego. Even if the feeling of hurt is legitimate, still one cannot afford to get hurt because situations are always bound to be pleasant or unpleasant. We have no control over these. A pleasant situation, it will not take even a second to be converted into an unpleasant situation. Therefore, one has to be objective about what is true with reference to oneself and one's life situations. And most importantly, all this glory, this pride, these possessions, because of which there is an expectation or a demand for respect from others, they are fleeting, they are ephemeral, they can change at any time. And therefore, by developing Amanitva, one can avoid a lot of hurt. And this is very important. Because when one is hurt, one has to look at that hurt and see what is hurt. This is how you tackle this. Inquire into the hurt. What is it that is hurt? Is it the Sachidananda Atma that is hurt? Or is it the body, mind, sense complex which is hurt? The Atma can never be hurt. And the anatma being jada, insentient, cannot be hurt. The mind is only an instrument. Thought comes and goes. And any thought is momentary. So it doesn't stay in the mind to get hurt. So if we analyze this hurt, what is this hurt, feeling of hurt? We find that Swarupataya, by our nature, we cannot get hurt at all. Body, mind, sense complex cannot hurt, cannot get hurt. If at all there is a feeling of hurt, it is in our mind, and mind is a continuous stream of thoughts. Thoughts come and go. So this feeling of hurt also is a momentary feeling. The only problem is when that feeling comes, we stop it there and we feed that feeling, we dwell on that feeling. If we pass that feeling, allow that feeling to pass, then one can find that there is nobody to get hurt. The only thing that gets hurt is ego, the ahankara. And the more Ishvara you bring into your life, ahankara becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. Ego gets diluted. So Bhagavan is Amani, and we should also aim to be Amani. The more the ego is diluted, the more the person will become humble. That's why they say humility is the most important quality amongst Mahatmas, because they have been successful in diluting their ego to a large extent. So next nama is Manadaha. Manadaha, Bhashyakara as usual takes two meanings. The one who gives mana, the one who removes mana also. Swamayaya sarvesham anatmasu manam atmabhimanam dadati iti manadaha. Bhaktanam manam satkaram dadati, adharmishtanam manam satkaram dhyati, tattvavidam anatmasu manam atma abhimanam dhyati kandayati iti va manadaha. Manam dadati. He is the Lord. It is the Lord alone who gives us, through his power of Maya, the abhimana with anatma and the identification with the body, mind, sense. Well, what is identification? Identification is nothing but a thought. I identify with my body. I am my body, mind, sense complex. And this thought is pervaded by what? By Satchidananda Atma, by Brahman. So therefore, we can say that even this thought to come and in our mind, even for this thought to come in our mind and get registered, it is because of Bhagavan's grace. Identification with body, mind, sense complex is not completely wrong. We need identification with body, mind, sense complex in order to protect the body, mind, sense complex. There is a purpose, but we must understand that purpose and limit that purpose only to that. We must not carry that purpose beyond what it is meant for. So since Bhagavan blesses this identification, this abhimana, he is manada. Again, it is he alone who is the dhyati, who cuts away, removes the abhimana from those who know the truth. So at the beginning of a spiritual journey, you are a manada, but your pursuit should be able to slowly drop the abhimana with the body mind complex. And that also is gained only by Bhagavan's grace. So dadati dhyati, two words Bhagavan Adi Shankara uses. Because as we said, any glory that any human being possesses is because of Bhagavan's grace. All glories belong to Bhagavan, and if we have any specific glory, that also is given to us by Bhagavan. We enjoy that glory because of his grace. So any mana, acts of respect or words of praise that we get from others is given to us by Bhagavan alone. And it is because of our devotion and punya that we are given by Bhagavan with whatever we have that gets the attention of others and makes them show their mana or appreciation. On the other hand, if one should follow the path of adharma, Bhagavan dhyati, he cuts away, takes away whatever respect one can get from others, and hence also he is manada. Here manada means manam dhyati, the one who cuts away. Then next nama manyaha, the one who deserves worship. Sarvaihi mananiya pujaniya sarveshwaradi iti manyaha. Simple nama. He is manya, the one to be respected by all. He is the only altar of worship because all glories, as I said, the cause for respect and worship belong to him alone. And it is because he is manya, he gives us mana. Next is Loka Swami, 750. 750th Nama. So we are now touching 3/4 of Vishnu Sahasranamam, 1000 names. Loka Swami, the Lord of the universe. Chaturdashanam Lokanam Ishwaratvat Loka Swami. We have seen this meaning in different forms earlier. Chaturdashanam Lokanam Ishwara, he is the Lord. Loka Swami, of ruler of all the 14 worlds, 7 up, 7 down. Therefore, he is Loka Swami. It's a very simple explanation. Trilokadrik, the one who sustains the 3 worlds. Trim Lokan Dharayati iti Trilokadrik. So he is the one who sustains all the 3 worlds. Bhu, Bhuaha, Swaha. Or it can be taken as Bhuhu, the earth are 7 worlds below and below the earth, and the worlds, 7 worlds above the 6 worlds above the earth. 14 worlds. So he is Trilokadrik. These are all namas, the idea of which we have seen already in the different namas earlier. It's only a question of our recollecting those, that he is the overall Lord, Aishwaryam. One of the 6 qualities, the bhagas of Bhagavan is Aishwaryam, lordship, overlordship over everything. Sumedha hai, the one who has good intelligence. Shobhana medha prajna asyeti sumedha hai. This medha shakti is a very, very important shakti or power for students, for anybody who receives any kind of knowledge. Because while studying or even listening, one should be able to receive the knowledge properly. Then what has been received should be retained properly. And what is retained, we should be able to recollect that properly at the appropriate time. And all these should be done without losing track. The capacity to look at a topic, to study a topic, to understand the topic and hold it in our mind is called Medha Shakti. And this Medha Shakti is very important, especially in the study of Shastra. Because Shastra study is all by oral tradition only. Nobody used to use any book. So whatever you hear, whatever you actually imbibe, one needs to retain in the mind. And there are, mantras after mantras after mantras one needs to memorize. It's a great power. It's a great Shakti. So to get this Shakti, we invoke the Lord as Sumedha, as the one who is endowed with this Shakti in absolute measure. If the Lord also, like us, has to store and recall the knowledge with the help of the mind, it would not be possible for the Lord to remember about everything in this Jagat and about all the Jivas. Because he is in the form of pure consciousness, his Medha Shakti is absolute in the form of the unfailing law and order, Ishvara's order, the cosmic order. Thus, we invoke the Lord with this name to get the capacity to receive, retain, and recall properly or at the correct time. So he is Sumedha. Then Medajaha, the one who is born in sacrifice. Medhe advare jayate iti Medajaha. This Nama, Medajaha, is especially with a reference to Ramavatara. The word Meda has also got another meaning, means sacrifice. So since Bhagavan Rama was born as a result of the Putraka Ameshti ritual and also the prayer made by Dasharatha, he is called Medaja. The Yajamana who undertakes the performance of a Medha, sacrifice, is called Medaja. As he is said to take a new birth through the Diksha, the religious initiation. Because when these large sacrifices, large rituals, yajnas are done, the Yajamana has to be initiated into that who is performing. Like the people, of course, belonging to the Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya Varnas, when they have, as a child, when they have the Upanayanam ceremony, they are called Dvijas. Dvija means twice born. Once born of their biological mother, and through initiation into the Veda mantras, the Vedas become the mother for such people. So they are again born as a Sanskrita Purusha. Till that time, till the time of Upanayanam, the Upanayanam Samskara, they were Prakrita Purusha. The Upanayanam Samskara makes them Samskrita Purusha. That is why they are born again. As though born again, they are called Dvija. Similarly, here they are called, the Yajamana is called Vedaja because he is as though set to take a new birth through the Diksha, the initiation into this yaga. But we must always remember Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam. Lord alone is in the form of everything, the Yajamana, the Samadri which we use in the Yajnas, everything is Lord alone, therefore he is Vedaja. Then Dhanyaha. Dhanyaha is the one who has achieved all ends. Kritartha Dhanyaha, very simply put by Adishankar. So the Lord here is called Dhanya, one who has accomplished all wealth, that is, all ends that are to be accomplished. Basically, Ishvara does not really have to accomplish anything because everything is already with him. Where his essential nature is limitlessness, all Aishwarya belongs to him alone. It is the human beings like us. We have everything to accomplish through prayer. That's why Bhagavan did not, there is no need for Bhagavan to pray because there is nothing, no need for him to accomplish anything. When we give an offering, it is given so that our prayer becomes more real. It becomes a physicalized prayer in which there is sacrifice, which is symbolized by giving. And such a prayer becomes effective. Even though the Lord cannot be bribed, still we do all this through our prayers so that we get the result. Bhagavan cannot be flattered by any amount of praise because he is already full, and this does not require anything more to become full. And that is why he is Dhanyaha, who has nothing more to achieve anything. Yes, he has got everything. Satyamedha hai, the one with unfailing intelligence. Satya avitatha medha asyeti satyamedha. He is Satyamedha, one whose medha, knowledge, never fails, never goes wrong. It is because of that unfailing knowledge that this entire universe is sustained. Unfailing knowledge means what? Complete knowledge, which does not leave anything to be desired. Bhagavan need not learn. Suppose a new planet has come, how I am going to deal with this planet? He need not learn because he is the one, he has the knowledge of that planet even before that planet is born. Then Dharadharaha, the sustainer of the earth. Dharam Dharayan iti Dharadharaha. The earth which sustains life and upholds everything is called Dhara. And the Lord sustains that earth. And hence he is called Dharadhara. The one who is Dharati, Dharam, Dharadhara. So he is the sustainer of the earth. He is sustainer of everything. Here the reference is sustainer of the earth. Go to the next nama. Tejo Vrisho Dhyutidaraha Sarvashastra Britambaraha Pragraho Nigraho Vyagro Naigashringo Gadagrajaha. So 8 namas are there. Tejo Vrishaha Dhyutidaraha Sarvashastra Britambaraha. That is one nama. Pragraha Nigraha Vyagraha Naigashringaha Gadagrajaha. Tejo Vrishaha. Vrishaha means rain, right? The one who showers rain. Tejasam Ambasam Sarvada Aditya Rupena Varshana Tejo Vrishaha. Every day as the sun, he showers his blessings in the form of his rays that give tejas, heat and light. Tejas is also water, because water comes from heat only. From Apaha comes from Agni only. How? Because in the form of the sun, he evaporates the waters of the ocean. They become clouds and in turn they shower the rains. So without the heat of the sun, we will not have any rains. Thus, a cycle is created and the life in this entire cosmos, or at least so far as Earth is concerned, life depends, the sustenance of the life depends upon this cycle. So in the form of the sun, he is Tejo Vrishaha. He rains the heat, which then gives rain. In the Gita, Bhagavan says, Tapamyaham Varsham Nirgrinami Utsrijami cha. I heat up the world. I withhold Nigrinami and Utsrijami and release the rain. Varsham. So it is Bhagavan who is Tejo Vrishaha. Being Tejo Vrishaha, he sustains this entire world through the sun's, the rays of the sun and also the rain. Dhyutidaraha, the one who is radiant. Dhyutim Angagatam Kantim Dharayan Dhyutidaraha. The word Dhyuti. See, when we see a person, a healthy person with a radiating face, was a healthy glow of health. Such people we can see, especially people who have been doing yoga, pranayama, etc., sandhyavandanam for that matter, for a long period of time. You can see the glow in their face. In fact, the whole body, in fact, a very presence, you can feel that. And that glow is called Dhyuti. So the Lord glows outside. So this is a Dhyuti we talked about inside our body. But the Lord glows outside in the sun and blesses all of us, both outside and also within the body. He glows and blesses us prana. The glow within the body as the prana, and the glow outside in the sun is nothing but Ishvara. So as this Dhyuti, this glow of health and the glow of life belongs to Ishvara, he is Dhyutidara. It is the glow of the sun in which the entire life is on the earth is sustained. Therefore, he is Jyotidhara. Then Sarva Shastra Bhritam Varaha, the best among the wielders of weapons. Sarva Shastra Bhritam Sreshtaha. Sarva Shastra Bhritam Varaha. Varaha means Sreshtaha, the best. So among the Shastra Brits, the wielders of weapons, he is Vara, the best. In his avatara, Sri Rama, as the wielder of the bow Kodanda, he was the best among those who wielded weapons. Hence, he was called Sarva Shastra Bhritam Vara. But he never used that all his weapons, whatever he had, especially in his case, it was bow and arrow. But we can say this in respect of any other Bhagavan, a manifestation of Bhagavan also. These weapons are never used unless it was absolutely necessary. Because Bhagavan as such, he only blesses. He does not use any weapons. The weapons he carries is only to give us certain confidence that he is there to protect us. So, the greatest weapon wielder is the one who never uses it. But when it comes to certain situation where the adharmis become uncontrollable, Bhagavan has to necessarily use those weapons. We have got many stories in the Puranas where Bhagavan has wielded the weapons to destroy the adharmis. Then Pragraha. Pragraha means the one who receives the offering. Or there is another meaning, the one who reigns our senses. Reign, R-E-I-N-S, reigns our senses. Bhaktaihi upahritam patra pushpadikam praghrannati iti pragraha. Dhavato vishayaranye durdantendriyavajinaha tat prasadena rashmina iva bhadnati va pragrahavat iti pragraha. So he is pragraha because praghrannati. Bhagavan says in the Gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachate tadaham bhaktyupahritam asnami prayatatmanah. Tadaham bhakti upahritam asnami. Tadaham bhakti upahritam asnami prayatatmanah. So Bhagavan receives all offerings from his devotees, be it a leaf, patram, flower, pushpam, fruit, phalam, a spoon of water, toyam, or anything else. You give with Shraddha, he will receive it anything. That is why Shabari, he used to eat those fruits partially and offer it to Bhagavan, taste it first and then offer it to Bhagavan to ensure that whatever she is offering is sweet, and Bhagavan accepted that. He did not say, oh my God, this is all already eaten and polluted and things like that and all. He gladly accepted. And Bhagavan is also one who receives all the karmas directed to him. You do the action and then do Ishwararpanam. Hey Bhagavan, I have done this for you. I am offering all these karmas to you. When you do that with that attitude of Ishwararpanam, no punya papa relating to that karma can accrue to you. And what is not directed to him also, you do the karma, aham karta, with that attitude of karta bhokta attitude. Don't offer the karma to Bhagavan, but that karma also goes to Bhagavan for what purpose? For recording on your account, for producing the karma phala. Therefore, Bhagavan is both in the form of means and ends. He gives the results for all actions because he is the altar for all actions. The word pragraha also means the reins. To control the horse, we use the reins. It is only because of the grace of the Lord that we are able to rein in, to control our mind and senses, which have a tendency and which are likely to run wild like unbridled horses. Because it is His grace alone, His grace itself becomes the reins as though He is pragraha. That's why, in order to manage our sense sense faculties running amongst the sense objects, we need to keep on praying to Bhagavan to overcome a sense of slavery to our senses. We should not become slave to our senses. Instead, we should make the senses slave to us, so that they are driven in the appropriate direction. Nigraha, the one who controls. Because the control, if at all I can use the word, I use the word to manage the senses. We can gain only through Ishwara's grace. Because Ishwara is Nigraha. Swamashera Sarvam Nigranati iti Nigraha. He is Nigraha as he keeps everything under his control. How does he do that? Through his order and discipline, the cosmic order. It is because of the order of karma that certain desirable results will be got when what is done is proper, and certain undesirable results will be got when what is done is not proper. And it is because of this law of karma that there is discipline and harmony, because of which in turn there is success, there is dharma. Therefore, it is the Lord in the form of the law of karma and in the form of the cosmic order is Nigraha, keeps things under control. Then Vyagraha. Vyagraha means the one who does not have any end. Vigatam agram antaha vinashaha asyeti Vyagraha. Agra means tip. Also, I got a meaning front. Front means here this is a tip, tip of anything. Everything that has a name and form begins and ends, and also undergoes changes in the middle. So for all those which has got name and form, birth and death are two ends. They are two agrams. So all names and forms begin from and end in Bhagavan alone. But he himself is Vyagra because he has no Agra, no beginning, no end. He is Ajaha and he is Anantaha. So he has neither birth nor death. So he is Agraha. He is Vyagraha. Vigataha, Agraha, Vyagraha. Then Naiga Shringaha, the one with 4 horns. Chatushringaha, Naika Shringaha, Cha. Eka Shringa means 1 horn. 1 horn rhino is called Eka Shringa. But Bhagavan is just, does not have just Eka Shringa, 1 horn, but has 4 horns. And hence he is Naika Shringa. What are the 4 horns of Bhagavan? Adi Shankara quote the following mantra from Taittiriya Aranyaka. Chatvari Shringa Trayosya Pada Dve Shirshe Sapta Hasta Sah Asya Tridha Bhaddo Vrishabo Roraviti Mahadevo Matyagum Avivesha. But I won't go into the meaning. This is description of Rishabha, the Nandi, how Bhagavan is manifest or pervading everything. So in this, the Chatvari Shringa refers to the 4 Vedas. Which are in the form of Shabda, words. So the 4 Vedas are here referred to as Chatushringaha. Since he is the one who is the author, who has given out the Vedas, Veda mantras, he is Chatushringaha. Then Gadagrajaha, the one born before through the mantra is called Nigada. Nigadena mantrenagre jayate iti nishabda lopam kritva Gadagrajaha. Nigada can mean the Veda or specific Veda mantras. These Nigada mantras, they were chanted during the Uttakameshti Yagam, the sacrifice done by Dasharatha for the sake of getting a child. And among the 4 children that were born because of his sacrifice, Sri Rama is Agraja, the firstborn. Therefore, as Sri Rama, he is Gadagraja, born first because of the Nigada. And applying the rules of the Sanskrit language, the letters in Ni is dropped in the word Nigada. So it becomes Gada. Then Gadagrajaha. Agrajaha means the one born first. Gadagrajaha means the one born first because of the Nigada mantras. Even in the Krishna Avatara, he was born before Gada, another son of Vasudeva. So Agraja also means elder, born before. So Krishna Avatara also he gets the name Gadagraja. Or there is a third meaning we can take. Bhagavan himself is the firstborn in the form of Hiranyagarbha. Along with the Nigada, that is all the Vedas. So he is Gadagraja. Here also, the letters Ni of the word Nigada is dropped due to application of the grammar rules. Okay, we'll stop here and continue in the next class. In fact, I'll just chant the sloka so that we'll continue. Chaturmurtis-chaturbahu's-chaturvyuhas-chaturgatihi Chaturatma-chaturбhavas-chaturveda-videkapat. And we will stop. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
No, I agree with all very important.
Namaskaram.
Thank you, Guruji.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ. హరి ఓం.
నమస్కారం.
Thank you, Mama.
నమస్కారం గురుజీ, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Hari Om Guruji, Hari Om.
Harihi Om. Thank you. Thank you.
Karam Guruji.
Bam.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ.
Dhanyavad hai.
నమస్కారం గురుజీ, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ
Namaskar.
మచ్.
Thank you. So there are no questions. We can close the session. See you next Sunday. Hari Om.